Right now, the CrossFit Games are done, but we have one more story to share, and it's sure to inspire you. And Dr. Fauci issues an urgent warning while the CDC has some good news on the rate of vaccinations across the U.S. Plus, a story you definitely do not want to miss, a beach ball taking a city by storm, how it happened, and where this ball is headed next.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 405 pounds on that barbell.
Thousands of folks are heading home tonight as the CrossFit Games come to a close. 600 athletes from all around the world competed for their chance at the title of Fittest on Earth. After 5 days of grueling competition that ranged from weightlifting to gymnastics, the experience for many is something they likely won't forget anytime soon. It was a memorable week, especially for a teen from our area turning heads at this event this weekend. Riley Wilkie spoke with our Josh Sprider about what's driving her to compete at the highest level.
Road to the finish line.
I kind of just started it just as a hobby.
It was a big week for 15-year-old Riley Wilkie at the 2021 CrossFit Games.
It's very cool to finally meet other people my age who are interested in the same sport as me.
The Portage native putting her skills to the test against other teens at the Align Energy Center.
I've always been an active person. I always like competition. I've always been such a competitive person, and just being able to put that into something and just be driven and constantly just wanting to be better.
Inspired by her mom, Brianne, who also does CrossFit.
She would do a few things at home with me.
Wilkie has only been doing the workouts for about 2 years.
I saw my mom doing it and I was like, that's super cool, and I wanted to get involved, but my gym wouldn't let me start till I was 14. So I was just dying to get started, and I started and I pretty much just fell in love with it.
Already making waves in the competition.
I could tell from day one she was going to be great. I had no doubt she would be here. She puts her whole heart into it and just pushes, and here we are.
CrossFit officials tell me Wilkie was one of 2 Wisconsin athletes in this year's games, just one of more than 600 folks who participated from around the world.
You put everything you have into it, and it will take you places. Hard work pays off.
And being able to compete with the fittest on earth so close to home brings extra special meaning.
Being able to look in the stands and see them and just know that they're here supporting me and what I love to do, it means a lot to me.
Go Riley!
In Madison, Josh Sprider, News 3 Now.
Riley says that she wants to take CrossFit as far as it takes her, and when it's her time, she'll be back to step up again. Coming up in sports, we're going to find out who was crowned fittest on earth at this year's game. Well, meteorologist Austin Kopnitsky joins us with your certified most accurate forecast, and I got to ask one question for you, Austin.
Yeah?
How would you have done this weekend at the CrossFit Games?
Well, they did crown 2 as the fittest on earth, and I was not one of them. I would be a lot better off in the runnings here for unfittest on earth, but hopefully I can break out of that trend here, especially with the beautiful weather that we're looking at over these next few days. I need to get out for a run. I'm sure some other people at home are saying the same. 61 degrees right now. We are looking at mostly clear skies, and that's going to be the case here for much of the rest of tonight. Dew points in the mid-50s. They remained in the 50s here for today, so it felt beautiful overall. Doppler track, clear as can be. No worries here in terms of rain showers for tonight. We do have quite a few showers and storms well off to our east, but if you look out west of our area, really not seeing too much activity as we are really falling into that dry pattern, at least for the next few days before we start to see some showers and storms returning. That's going to hold off for quite some time. Temperatures right now very comfortable in those mid to upper 50s and generally low 60s for a lot of communities. Janesville just updated around to 61 degrees. But the dew points feel pretty great overall, especially as they do remain in the 50s, and that's where our temperatures are heading later on tonight. We are expecting a low of 54 degrees, mostly clear skies overhead, very pleasant conditions. So tonight, definitely a winner. The early part of this forecast, a beautiful one, but I'll have details on a warm-up and some storm chances. That's coming up a little bit later on in the broadcast.
Thanks so much, Austin. Check this out. This is new security footage tonight from New York. This happened last night. You can see 2 men approaching a crowd before firing dozens of shots. They then jumped right back into 2 scooters driven by 2 other men and got away. 10 people were hurt in the shooting. Police say 3 of them are gang members. All the victims are expected to be okay. But that's not the only shooting making waves this weekend. In Rockford, a man was shot dead early this morning. Police say it happened near the Talcott building in downtown. A woman was also shot, and that person is in the hospital. Police say no one else is in custody. And in downtown Indianapolis, police are looking into a mass shooting last night outside of a funeral home. 5 people were shot, including a 4-year-old girl who is still in the hospital. Police say that there was a funeral going on inside at the building at the time of the shooting. And next tonight, 1 person has died after a plane crashed into a cornfield yesterday just outside of Milwaukee. The Washington County Sheriff's Office says a female pilot died overnight. A man inside the plane was also hurt in the crash. The FAA is investigating. Well, turning to our virus headlines, the CDC says that more than half of all the U.S. counties are now considered high transmission areas for COVID-19. The new daily cases are now higher at this point than they were last summer. Health experts say that the only way to turn this around is to get more shots into arms.
We've really got to get those people to change their minds, make it easy for them, convince them, do something to get them to be vaccinated, because they are the ones that are propagating this outbreak.
Now, we do have some good news tonight from the CDC. They say that 816,000 vaccines were administered yesterday, marking the 5th day in a row with at least 700,000 shots in arms. Well, despite one of the highest vaccination rates in the state, Dane County is seeing substantial spread of the virus, according to the CDC. Rock County is also in the same boat. That's why both counties are recommending folks wear a mask inside, regardless of their vaccination status. Well, Israel is taking another step forward in a COVID booster shot. Health officials there rolled out a 3rd dose of the Pfizer vaccine for people over the age of 60. To receive the shot, people have to be able to provide that they had the 2nd dose that it was at least 5 months ago. Israel experts say that the new data shows that immunity from infection drops over time. We are still waiting for Congress to finish writing its $1 trillion infrastructure bill. Senate leaders say the bill could be finished tonight, but that's not looking like it's going to happen. The Senate Majority Leader says that this is an important bill, and he wants both parties to get it right.
On the bipartisan track, I have worked with my colleagues throughout the process to help produce an outcome that all parties find acceptable. I've tried to prod the negotiators when they've needed it and given them space when they've asked for it. Deadlines were necessary to advance the negotiations. We're here right now during a rare weekend session in order to move the bipartisan bill forward as quickly as possible.
Republican Senator Susan Collins says that she believes at least 10 GOP senators will be backing the bill, which should be at least enough to pass it. Now, a vote is expected to happen this week. One of 2 Republicans serving on the committee investigating the January 6th riots expects to see several subpoenas served. Both Congressman Adam Kinzinger stopped short today of saying whether he expects one of those to go to former President Trump.
We may not even have to talk to Donald Trump to get the information. There were tons of people around him. There were tons of people involved in the things that led up to January 6th. Obviously, if you talk to the president, the former president, that's going to have a whole new set of kind of like, you know, everything associated with it. So when I look at that, I'm like, maybe, but I know that we're going to get to the information.
The Illinois Republican says that they do plan to talk to House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy and Congressman Jim Jordan. Last week, the committee heard testimony from 4 police officers who defended the Capitol. Well, next tonight, the city of Stoughton is uniting thanks to an unlikely hero. Adam Duxter unpacks a seemingly unordinary scenario that's gotten everyone on a roll.
There's a new celebrity in downtown Stoughton.
Check the pages. Where's the ball? Where's the ball?
And its following
It's like a celebrity.
is growing by the day.
We are like, oh my God, everybody's crazy for the ball.
1,000 miles away from the closest ocean, an oversized beach ball is taking over.
It's just spontaneous. People just love it.
But to understand its rise to fame, you'll need to speak to its manager,
A spokesman for a beach ball. I mean,
John Thompson.
somebody mentioned there was a giant beach ball bouncing around, and from there, people started signing it and sending it on, rolling it to different streets.
Since popping up in Stoughton's community Facebook page in late July, the ball has gone from the VI pool to the VIP.
It's kind of like the pet.
That's a pool.
Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.
And has become the one celebrity that wants your autograph.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm signed on here someplace. My wife has. My dog has.
And lets you decide what to call it.
I think that'll probably be the most contentious thing with this.
The name is either Roly Poly Oly, and there was Beachy. Roly Poly Oly won by 10-1 margin.
And when Rolly's in danger of blowing a flat, Stoughton's finest have been there.
One person started it, and everyone's just keeping this whole movement going.
As Roly moves further,
Now we're having a ball.
the city
Big push.
moves closer.
People just ended up saying, hey, this is so much fun. Just, you know, just so spontaneous and just let's go have some fun with this.
And that feeling never deflates.
Just community goodwill. It's just amazing.
So what's next for Roly? Well, there's been some discussion about naming a park after him or saving him for next year's Sit Into My Festival. Today, he was a star of a block party. And again, so truly just the most popular person in town, and a story that can only make you smile.
I got to say, I'm smiling right now. Thank you so much, Adam. Well, millions of Americans are at a risk of losing their homes. Coming up at 10, what's next on Capitol Hill after the ban of evictions comes to an end? Plus, the DNR is collecting data on Wisconsin's deer population. You can help out after the break.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get trade assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think, only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 trade assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
I'm on the Ferris wheel up in the air. So if you've got 11 days to spare, won't you come with me to the
Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular, August 5th through the 15th.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work, or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
The math is pretty simple. During the final days of the back-to-school sale at Denver Mattress, right now, save up to $100 on Doctor's Choice mattresses. Any size, any model. Or check out the queen size Summit Firm. Easy on the wallet for only $299.99. Scientifically stabilize your sleep on a Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. Plus, 4 years no interest financing and free shipping right to your doorstep. But hurry, the back-to-school sale at Denver Mattress ends Thursday, August 5th.
At Stanley Steamer, we love homes. It's why we started cleaning them over 70 years ago and why we still continue today. According to the CDC, cleaning is a necessary first step of any disinfection process. We use detergents and cleaning agents to ensure that your home is prepared for whatever life brings in. Whatever home means to you, we're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and that you and the ones you care about most are safe.
Away from your TV? Not a problem. Get breaking news, weather alerts, and political coverage from the award-winning News 3 Now team. Plus, all things Madison. Stay connected anywhere with Channel 3000, Madison's #1 digital news source.
Monday on News 3 Now this morning, we're touring Beckman Mill in Beloit, and Chris Reese gets us ready for the work week with his certified most accurate forecast. Join us from 4:30 to 7 for News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Well, you might remember Zoom bombing when it became a thing about a year ago. Well, now it's going to cost the tech company $85 million. Zoom agreed today to pay a settlement in a lawsuit over data privacy. Customers complained that their private meetings were being interrupted by people shouting profanities or sharing pornography. Zoom says it's working to improve security and safeguards for consumer data. Well, it's the start of a new month, and millions of Americans who are behind on their rent could soon be evicted. John Lawrence explains.
The United States is hurtling toward a housing crisis.
We can't work, we can't pay.
More than 11 million people are currently late on their rent payments, and soon they could be out of their homes.
Not only do I expect to see mass evictions across the country and filings, I also expect to see all of those cases that are currently on hold immediately move forward, and widespread eviction in all of those cities and states where tenants were being protected from the federal moratorium.
Democratic lawmakers failed to get enough votes to extend the ban on evictions for non-payment of rent, which the CDC imposed last September. The moratorium expired Saturday. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi says state and local governments should use the Emergency Rental Assistance Program to help residents. Democratic Senator Joe Manchin says he agrees.
First of all, the money's already there, as you said. Why didn't it go out the door? I can't tell you that. But to put blame on anybody right now, let's fix that and make sure that we're able to use the money for the purpose it was appropriated for.
In the meantime, under-pressure landlords are getting ready to file eviction papers in local court.
I've had one apartment director who has told me that he manages multiple units in different complexes. He's told me he's bringing in, just him alone, over 300.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The CDC put eviction freezes into place last year in an attempt to limit the spread of COVID-19. Now that it has expired, some health officials fear evictions could result in greater surge of the virus. While the return of evictions could have significant impacts for thousands of families in our community. We looked into this for you on Friday night and found out that Tenant Resources Centers is one of the #1 places trying to help Madison families stay on top of their rent. They say that they're processing more than $1 million in requests for help each week. You can easily find our stories on evictions by downloading our Channel 3000 News app. It's free and available in the App Store. New at 10, there are new bike trails coming to Cambridge, and it's in honor of a man who's known for biking. A dedication and the groundbreaking was held at Cambridge Winery this afternoon for Phil Van Valkenburg. Van Valkenburg's 1974 book called Wisconsin Bike Trips was the state's first modern bike tourism guide. Organizers say that this was a perfect way in honoring the longtime Cambridge resident.
I think it's going to be a huge asset for the community. We're hoping to get people coming in from Deerfield, Lake Mills, along the Glacial Drumlin will take the south route to come down here. We see it as a boost for tourism for the local businesses here, the bed and breakfasts, the restaurants, the shops.
The Cambridge Village Board approved the naming in April. The new stretch will cost more than $400,000. Well, this morning was the 4th annual No Fear All Fun 5K run in Madison. It was organized by Sherry and Joe Neal in memory of their 16-year-old son, Michael. Michael was a cross-country runner at La Follette High School who died 4 years ago. Money raised today goes towards local cross-country programs, allowing the teams to hire coaches, buy a T-shirt, and travel to events.
Our funding in the last 3 years has helped make it possible for at least Senate and Whitehorse middle schools to have real running teams.
Today's event even had people running along virtually from as far away as Spain. Well, if you see a buck, a doe, or a fawn, the DNR wants to know about it. Today's the start of the Wisconsin DNR's Operation Deer Watch. The 2-month effort will provide data for the deer management and insight into the reproductive status of the herds. You can do it from a computer or smartphone, and you do not need to be registered. We have a link to report sightings on our website. Operation Deer Watch will end September 30th. Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Austin Kopnitsky.
And today was very nice outdoors, and tomorrow we're pretty much repeating what we saw here today. Mid to upper 70s, quite a bit of some sunshine, lower humidity. That trend lasts for a good portion of this next week. A cooler few days ahead of us. Little rain is expected during this next work week. Still a chance here and there that I'll detail a little bit later on, but we're also generally looking at plenty of sunshine for much of this week. So a pretty nice overall time. But you look at our air quality advisories. Locally, not seeing them anymore. But all of Minnesota, all of Iowa, currently under those air quality advisories. Again, not quite seeing them locally. If that changes, we'll let you know right away. But in the meantime, if you're traveling out west right now, you may run into some reduced air quality due to the Canadian wildfire smoke up north. Doppler track clear as can be. We're really only seeing these showers and thunderstorms well out to our east, and there's just not a ton of activity going on right now out west, which is great news for us. Most of the weather that we see comes from west to east, so we're just not seeing much here out west, which means we are looking very good to go. Future track stays dry, but it's a good indicator of what we're looking at with our temperatures. Mid to upper 70s tomorrow afternoon, but that temperature is going to slowly inch its way up day by day throughout much of this next week until we're eventually in the mid, even upper 80s. You can see that 80 degree here on Tuesday. By the time we reach Wednesday, much of the same. It's going to continue to stay on the warmer side of things, but the warmer temperatures, we're also going to see higher humidity and higher rain chances as well. Yesterday, a lot of these were at 20%. We've bumped up a few of these days, especially for Saturday and Sunday, and the following Tuesday and Wednesday, all sitting at about 30% right now. We're likely going to see some days changing here and there over the next few, though, so we're going to keep you posted with all the latest there. But our temperatures currently in the 60s, seeing some 50s behind me right now. Camp Douglas at 56 degrees. Black River Falls, 53. We are expecting to fall down to 54 degrees here in the Madison area, so we still have a little bit of a ways to cool down over the next few hours, but our dew points are also a pretty good indicator of how low these temperatures will fall. Temperatures can't fall below those dew points, but we could see the dew points dropping another degree or two here in the overnight hours. But notice how that high temperature trend continues to warm up. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we could be talking those upper 80s and lower 90s as well, but our wind speeds coming from the north, that's going to help to cool us down slightly here for today. Futurecast later on tonight, a low of 54 degrees, so a little cooler than what we have seen these last few nights, thanks to mostly clear skies, no clouds that act like a blanket that keep that warmth here, so we don't have the cloud cover, and that light northwesterly breeze will help to cool things down. But then your extended forecast does show that big warm up towards the end, especially these last 4 or 5 days. But what that's really going to do for us is bring up that humidity and that chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Now, over the last 24 hours especially, the back half of this forecast looked very warm, but our latest modeling that we're looking at, just the last ones that came out within the last few hours, starting to cool that back down towards the end of this forecast. So if we can keep that trend going, we may see these temperatures behind me falling just a little bit here.
Thanks so much, Austin. Coming up in sports, the NBA Finals MVP and the Larry O'Brien Trophy are going international. We've got the latest on Giannis and the hardware.
Now, First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Crazy Lenny's e-bikes.
We sell more e-bikes in one store than anyone in all North America.
This torque sensor e-bike with hydraulic brakes, just $844.
$1,900 e-bike for $844? That's a sale.
Crazy Lenny's, the most e-bikes in North America.
Why O-Cedar? Because when I get home, we like to play crocodile on the floor.
O-Cedar Easy Ring removes over 99% of bacteria, even with just water. Easy and truly clean floors. O-Cedar, it feels great to feel at home.
Reynolds Wrap makes it easy to cook and clean up meals in no time. So I don't miss all the fun stuff.
Easy Prep Cook and Clean with Reynolds Wrap.
At JP Morgan, the only definition of wealth that matters is yours. It can be a smaller house, but a bigger nest egg, a goal to work toward, or the freedom to walk away. With 200 years of experience, personalized advice, and commission-free trades on an award-winning app, we're working for you. Planning, investing, advice. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think. Only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
More than 1 year of our lives when everything changed. A year of quiet, of struggle, a year of loss. We're proud to have walked through it alongside you. As we proceed on this road to recovery together, News 3 Now will continue to be proactive in keeping you, your family, and our community safe, taking action every day to help make this an even better place to live. News 3 Now.
Wind, thunderstorms, lightning, severe weather is going to happen. The question is, will it be in your path? And how's it going to affect you? First Warn Weather, your certified most accurate forecast team, takes action when severe weather threatens, alerting you with First Warn Weather alerts, pinpointing where the dangers are and where the storms are headed, on air, online, and on social media. Trust Madison's certified most accurate First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storm.
Crazy Lenny's e-bikes.
We sell more e-bikes in one store than anyone in all North America.
This $2,200 e-bike, 500 watts, just $1,700.
That's what we call a sale.
Crazy Lenny's sells more e-bikes than anyone in North America.
The Brewers are proving to be a very dangerous team. Since the second half started, they rank in the top 5 in a number of offensive categories, including runs per game and batting average. A rubber match in Braves country, and of course, the Brew Crew's bats, they get going early. Willie Adames facing one of his former teammates. He takes Charlie Morton deep. That's his 18th homer of the season, his 13th with the Brewers. But they're hoping for some more run support, but that comes in the 5th. Jackie Bradley Jr. brings in another. And on defense, Brett Anderson just did his thing. 5 2/3 innings, only allows 1 run, strikes out 3, and the Brewers win another series. Also on the road, the Mallards, they're finishing up a 3-game road trip with an afternoon matchup in Green Bay. Mallards win it 3-2, able to split the series with the Booyah. Madison is 3 games back from first place going into the final weeks of the regular season. And a lot of reunions during week 1 of training camp, from the reigning MVP to the team's new but familiar slot receiver, Randall Cobb. While Aaron Rodgers expressed his excitement in having Cobb back in green and gold, another A-Rod is also feeling the same way. Rookie wide receiver Amari Rodgers has a long-standing relationship with Cobb, now saying after Saturday's practice it's a dream come true that he gets to play and learn alongside one of his mentors. Now Cobb giving lots of praise to the young receiver, saying that watching him grow up over these years has been a blessing.
He's one person I can say I'm a little bigger than. So to for us as smaller guys to accomplish such great feats and to become a 5-star athlete and to go to Clemson and play for a national championship team and be a big piece of that, and now him being drafted here, I expect to see the continued progress of his growth, and I hope to be a part of that.
And it's been CrossFit Central here in Madison with the 2021 Games, looking to crown the fittest person on earth. Well, after several days of pushing themselves to the brink, 2 people walk away with that title. The fittest woman on earth is none other than Australia's Tia-Clair Toomey. This win marks Toomey's 5th consecutive title at the CrossFit Games. And on the men's side, another historic feat. Justin Medeiros is the youngest, fittest man on earth at just 22 years old. Congratulations both Toomey and Medeiros on their wins. First it was Chick-fil-A, now it's Athens, Greece. The Larry O'Brien Trophy is quite the traveler these days. Giannis and Thanasis got to Greece today with both trophies. Now Giannis says he isn't sure how many days they will stay there, but they plan to take the trophies to the places they grew up. Now a quick trip before baby number 2 arrives for Giannis and his girlfriend Mariah, who they're expecting later this month. We'll be right back.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,000 cash allowance.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work, or optimizing your coverage where you play. We're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Aloha, I'm Gary Canulti, inviting News 3 Now viewers on a tour to the Hawaiian Islands October 19th through the 28th. Enjoy the tropical scenery on Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. We'll pay our respects at Pearl Harbor, view Volcanoes National Park, and discover unique sea life at the Maui Ocean Center. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for information on how you can attend a virtual travel show or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
More than ever, America needs healthcare workers. So if you're ready to answer the call, Herzing University empowers you to earn the skills you need for all kinds of healthcare careers, including programs that can be completed in 10 months. Accredited and transfer-friendly, Herzing provides the personal care and support you need to succeed. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. Your nation needs healthcare workers. Join the movement at Herzing University. Call or click today.
There are times I wonder, why can't I wear white after Labor Day?
Something on your mind? Chew on it. Twizzlers. Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think, only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Download the Channel 3000 app today. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And welcome back. One final peek here at our extended forecast does show a beautiful stretch of weather for at least the next few days. Then it starts to get a little warm and toasty towards this following weekend, and we have some rain chances returning next weekend.
That's all we have for our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good night.